Okay.
So we're testing for drugs using your hair.
Okay.
This would be for drugs that you have consumed,
Okay.
so taken.
Okay.
And it covers both illegal substances and your prescribed medication as well.
Okay. Okay.
Where we need to verify where the hair samples are coming from, take identification so we can do the reporting accordingly, and it can be used for legal purposes. The drug test, on-site drug test,
Okay.
which is the instant one, which is a urine test,
Yes.
which will give you the answer straight away there and then.
Yep.
Now, sometimes you will have that situation where a urine test sample has come back positive, and your employee is insistent that they are not taking any substances.
Yep. That's very scary information, I can say. Like your hair carrying that kind of information.
Once the results are out,
Okay.
you cannot undo it.
Okay.
A couple to do hair drug tests, be it before they start family planning, to make sure that they don't have any substance in their system.
Is Hello DNA also have this part covered? Yes.
You can definitely come down to our Shayla Park office and we will do the sample collection for you. The good part is that we always wash the hair before we test. So it starts from your basic 5-panel hair drug test,
Okay.
and it can go up to a 13 or 17-panel hair drug test. We will not name the person the report is being generated for. However, the report will be not valid for any legal purposes.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Gen Talks with Absolute DNA. I'm your host, Amit Kumar, and today we are going to discuss hair drug test with genetic expert, Dr. Neha Singh. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Amit. Pleasure being here once again. And interesting topic today, hair drug test.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you, Neha. Thank you. Really appreciate for your time. And today we're going to discuss hair drug test in details as possible. So, stage is yours.
Thank you, Amit. Thanks once again for having me. So we are going to talk about hair drug test. It's differing a little bit away from our genetic testing services. However, it is part of the services that Absolute DNA offers. So once again, we are keen to raise awareness about this test, availability, and how it will be used, by everyone.
Okay.
So-
Who's normally do this test?
So basically, hair drug test, it simply tells everything in its name.
Okay.
So we're testing for drugs using your hair.
Okay.
This would be for drugs that you have consumed,
Okay.
so taken.
Okay.
And it covers both illegal substances and your prescribed medication as well.
Okay.
The people that use it varies. It's a very wide range of, I would say, people comes from all areas of life that use this test, starting from, the most common ones. So there's 2 variations to this test to start off with. You can do a peace of mind test, which is, as it states, peace of mind only, not to be used for any legal purposes.
Okay.
You can order the test, send in your hair samples, and we'll give you the results.
Okay.
As simple as that.
Right.
The second variation is obviously the chain of custody, legal
Okay.
test,
Okay.
where we need to verify where the hair samples are coming from, take identification so we can do the reporting accordingly, and it can be used for legal purposes.
Okay.
Now, having said that, the 2 variations, then those variation leads to our users.
Okay.
So our clientele varies from peace of mind, a parent who may be curious or may be suspecting that their child is abusing substances.
Yep.
Wants to find out whether it's actually happening or not.
Okay.
So it's a great tool for them.
Okay.
To plan future whatever counseling they need for the children if the results come back positive.
Okay.
If not, giving them peace of mind that their child is not abusing any substances.
Okay.
Then we have employers.
Okay.
You would have heard that employers do
The drug test.
the drug test, on-site drug test,
Okay.
which is the instant one, which
Okay.
is a urine test,
Yes.
which will give you the answer straight away there and then.
Yep.
Now, sometimes you will have that situation where a urine test sample has come back positive, and your employee is insistent that they are not taking any substances.
Yep.
Now, in that instance, you will then revert to a hair drug test,
Okay.
mainly because the hair drug test covers 90 days.
Your previous 90 days.
Correct, yes.
Holy. Okay.
So it covers 90 days and it gives you a detailed listing
Okay.
of the substances found in your hair. So it can, provide you clearance that the substance in your system would have been from a prescribed medication.
Yep.
Be it that you had taken some painkillers or, recently had surgery and that's why you had the substance.
Yep.
And it can also very directly pinpoint whether there was a substance abuse case.
Okay. Okay. So the how many days it's take you? If firstly, how many hair you need to produce this report?
So we need between 75 to 100 strands of hair.
75 to 100.
Yes.
So it's a cutting one or just a pulling?
No, we're not plucking the hair out of your scalp.
So yeah.
No, definitely it's cut hair.
Okay.
And as I've said before, we have a local office where you can come in, make an appointment, come in, and we will collect the sample for you rather than you hacking your hair with a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Leave it to the experts and we'll help you out with that.
Okay.
So it's cut from all over your scalp, not just one location.
Okay.
So, little bits from all over.
Okay.
And so we're not leaving, a coin-sized patch on your head.
Okay.
So, we are very mindful of that. And it also helps us so that, leading on to the further details of this test, getting hair from all over helps us verify.
So it's how you take it? Like you with the scissor anyway. When you guys do that, you guys use a scissor as well.
Correct.
And go closer to the scalp as possible.
As close to the scalp as possible. So
Okay.
we do use all sterile equipment,
Okay.
as any medical practitioner or practice would do.
Yeah.
We go as close to the scalp as possible.
Okay.
And use various sites all over your head
Okay.
to obtain the hair sample. We can also use body hair.
Okay.
If someone is bald and just, says, look, I don't have any hair on my head, how do I do this test?
Yes.
The other option is we can use body hair. However, the growth rate of body hair is very different to hair on your head.
Yep.
And it can sometimes retain more than 90 days.
Okay. So the hair is 50 to 70 or more than 70? You said. How many hair you need?
75 to 100.
75 to 100 hair.
Yes.
Okay, that's a lot.
It feels like it's a lot, but in the long run, when we collect it, and you'll see a bunch of hair sitting there that we've collected, it looks like a lot, but when we do it, on various sites and locations from your head, you won't feel it.
Is someone like me are able to send you like I go to the haircut, I have a plenty of hair, I pick it up, pack it up. After a week or 10 days, I send it to you. Is that hair is still valid for test or no?
Yes, it is, as long as it's stored properly.
Okay.
So always advisable to contact us.
Okay.
Obviously, if you've gone to a hairdressing store, to a barber and had a haircut, over there the risk of contamination is high with your hair. It can get mixed up with other people's hair and things like that. So advisable again to contact us to get as much information as possible before you send in the samples.
So over here, okay, like, suppose how many days I cut my hair, how many days is that hair is valid for DNA?
So having said that, hair is a resilient sample.
Okay.
Provided it's stored correctly.
Okay.
We can still do the testing with the hair that you've collected almost a month ago.
Okay.
However, having said that, if you've collected hair towards the end of the 90 days after the use of that drug, and then you are testing a month later, that drug may not be in your system anymore. So the earlier, the better.
Okay.
We can detect the substance in your hair after 10 days of consumption. So once you've taken something after 10 days, we are able to detect it in your hair. And then up to 90 days after that.
That's very scary information, I can say. Like your hair carrying that kind of information.
Yes.
So
it's almost like saying, we can extract DNA from anything pretty much. And
okay, like the people have a hair in their brush, like hairbrush. Is that valid?
Yes, we can. So this is not like extracting DNA for identification.
Okay.
We are testing the hair
for drugs.
So we can definitely use hair from hairbrush, provided it meets the criteria of having that many strands in it.
Right.
Just once again, disclaimer that it can be contaminated if it was used by other people as well.
Okay.
So always good to get more than 100 strands if possible, if you are obtaining these samples from hairbrush and so forth.
Okay. So now we back on our main question is, who needs this hair drug test? It's you already mentioned for sometime in employer have a on-site drug test and it comes up and positive and they believe they don't, so they can have this test have a more kind of weight when we compare to the people have on site.
Correct. So it has a high validity.
Okay.
Sometimes a urine sample, obviously urine does not retain that for that long, the drugs in your system.
Okay.
So it would not go back to 90 days.
All right.
So, as I said, parents, employers, there's employees on various occupations where they do a pre-employment test as well.
Yes.
Where
so they're going to have a 90 days of...
Correct, yes. So,
So employment company, agencies or employer also can order this test as well.
Absolutely.
Before even hiring the guy.
Correct, yes.
Or girl. Okay.
Yes,
definitely. And what's the another, your kind of potential clients?
So we are seeing an increase in requests from family law courts for the legal hair drug test. Family law courts, again, is a very sensitive subject, sensitive topic to people. However, I feel that there is a need to increase awareness. When a court orders a hair drug test, the person probably feels, where do I go? What do I do? So, this is just for information purposes that we do offer this test. And we do have qualified sample collectors at our office. We can provide a mobile service to do a legal hair sample collection as well for additional charges. But once again, contact us and we will be able to discuss.
And this test, we are in our Gen Talks in previous episodes, we discussed they need some kind of a GP or medical practitioner for referral. So what about this test? Is this test also needed
No.
referral?
So this test doesn't fall in the category of a clinical test.
Okay.
It does not need a referral.
Okay.
But again, use with caution.
Okay.
So once the test results, as any other test results, once the results are out,
Okay.
you cannot undo it. So if you're using it for informative purposes,
Yes.
always, seek advice from a medical practitioner or a genetic counselor.
Yes.
Someone close to you to say, understand the options, whether you get the results that are positive, how you would react to it. And if the results are negative, how you would react to it. So understanding the probability of what the results are going to show and being prepared to have that knowledge is the key to this. And that is if you're using it for informative purposes. However, if you're using it on the other side for legal purposes, where you would have had a directive from a legal branch to have this test done, then you're fully aware that you are walking in to provide samples to prove that you have not used a substance, or whether you want to show that you have.
And the court is also recognize or this report.
Absolutely, yes. So the family law courts, all law courts in Australia do use services.
So this is like a kind of, it's not a gimmick or kind of...
Absolutely not. So we are fully accredited lab that will provide you with a report that has used sample collection as chain of custody to prove that the samples did come from the person that we are claiming to have tested, and it will stand up in court for you.
Okay. So, an employee can order to have a doubt he didn't do anything wrong, and he wanna prove himself as I'm not a guilty or anything. Okay, so employer do that to make sure he who hire him, he don't have any illegal drug use in past 90 days. The third one is we say the family courts to want to make sure the kids go to the right place.
Correct.
So they don't abuse any kind of illegal substance, right?
Correct, yes.
So what's next?
We have, it's common for partners to do a hair drug test these days.
Okay.
A couple to do hair drug tests, be it before they start family planning, to make sure that they don't have any substance in their system.
Okay.
Or even before getting married these days. A person suspects that you may have been a user of illegal substances or recreational drugs.
Okay.
And they want to make sure that you're no longer doing it before.
Okay, Dr. Neha, in our previous episode, now I been with you, spend enough time to see that the kind of the what report or what test do what kind of results, right? So just a question, your own product, Hello DNA, is Hello DNA also have this part covered or not?
No, Hello DNA does not cover our hair drug testing.
Okay, that's a specific test.
Correct, yes.
Okay. And the previously one we also prenatal screening. Is prenatal screening is also covered drug test?
No. So hair drug test is individually a standalone product that uses a different testing system. Where we simply are just using your hair to detect drug.
Okay. And this test needs a hair only, or we can do others as well, the hair drug test?
So the hair drug test is just hair.
For hair.
You can, like I said, you can order the drug tests over the counter. You can buy them at the pharmacies these days as well, which is urine-based mainly.
Okay.
So the lab-based one is a hair drug test.
Okay.
There's science behind it.
Okay.
And we are always backed by fully accredited labs that will provide the results.
Okay.
There's different, various, like I said, various works of life that use this test.
All right. So what next?
So once you've ascertained why you need to do the test.
Exactly.
Or you've been instructed to do the test, it's just as simple as contacting us.
Okay.
And then organising the test to be done. So if you are within Brisbane area,
yes,
you can definitely come down to our Shayla Park office, and we will do the sample collection for you.
Okay.
By an accredited sample collector.
Okay.
Following the chain of custody.
Okay.
If you're outside of the Brisbane area and it's a distance to cover, we do offer a mobile service.
Okay.
Within Queensland region to come out and do the sample collection for you.
Okay.
You will need to provide us with the details, and we will be able to quote you. With the pricing.
Accordingly. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Suppose I'm in the party, and someone using smoking some illegal stuff, and I'm standing next to him, right? I am in the environment. Is my hair can get like a smoke from that smoke on in my hair? Can stay in my hair?
Yes, your hair can absorb substances from environmental factors. However, with our testing, the good part is that we always wash the hair before we test. So our lab goes through a vigorous washing process of your hair.
Okay.
And it will use clean hair. So environmental will only stick to the surface of your hair.
Okay.
It's not going to...
Inside the hair.
Yes, embedded in your hair.
You're going to fully operate each and every single hair.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So the extraction of the information from the hair, it will not be impacted by environmental factors.
Okay.
That is one of the very commonly asked questions that we face, is that, I went to a party and I slept over at my friend's place.
Yes.
I think there may have been some substance there, and now I have, for my work or for family law court, I have to do this test. Is it going to appear?
Yep.
No.
Okay.
So rest assured, unless you've ingested this substance, that's the only time it will show up in your drug test report. Okay.
Until unless it's not inside your body, that's not gonna show in the report.
Correct.
Okay. Is any like as you said, this question is the most frequently asked question one. So can we discuss the more frequently asked question? What's the next frequently asked question asked by mostly the client when you do this drug test?
So with the hair drug test, I think the most commonly asked question was the environmental factors.
Okay.
The second one would be, what types of drugs does it cover?
Okay.
So we have different panels that we offer.
Okay.
Once again, individual needs.
Okay.
What you need it for. What is suspected that you may want to find out. So it starts from your basic 5-panel hair drug test.
Okay.
And it can go up to a 13 or 17-panel hair drug test, which includes a lot more substances on the list that we look into. Okay. It's more extensive.
So who decide, it's a client decide, I want a 5-panel or 13-panel or 17-panel, or the genetic expert gonna decide?
No, we don't decide on which one we offer. So anybody can purchase the 5-panel, which is the basic one, which according to the Australian regulations is commonly asked for, unless the court specifies a substance that they want to detect. And then you may have to go into a detailed panel to do it.
Alrighty. Okay. And the best or frequently asked question?
So aside from the panels being tested and how long does it take?
Yes.
So your results can take between 7 to 10 working days from when we collect your hair. And your results will be sent out by email to you.
Okay. And again, no medical practitioner or GP needed for referral to get this report.
Absolutely, yes. You don't need a referral to do this test.
Okay.
For privacy reasons, if you want to send in the sample discreetly, again, without a name on the report,
Yes.
can be done. We will not name the person the report is being generated for.
Okay.
However, the report will be not valid for any legal purposes.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Neha, I think I think we got covered this question before as well, but just for this audience, is this record is anywhere you guys store or share to any other parties?
So we are a privately owned company.
Okay.
We do not share our data or information with a third party.
Okay.
We are not obliged to share any information, genetic or otherwise, with any government departments.
Okay.
And we definitely do not build a database using your sample.
Okay.
There are consent forms for every test that we offer that regulates you signing a consent for the type of testing you are consenting us to do.
Okay.
Even in the instance where we are to reuse your sample, or reuse a report that we've previously issued to you to generate a new report, we will need your consent again to say that we can use your DNA analysis to do another testing in this instance.
Okay.
So we adhere to privacy regulations, very, very highly consider these regulations, and we adhere to them 100%.
Okay.
In that, saying that, we do not have a database that we built using the samples that you are providing, and it's clearly stated in our terms and conditions.
All right. So what's any other frequently asked question you would like to share with us?
So the age factor, so you can use this hair drug test, safely use it on, I wouldn't say do it on a newborn, but safely can use it for teenagers, like I said, with parents, with the curiosity factor, obviously trying to keep your child safe. There's been instances where question has been asked whether somebody has gone to a party and just feels unwell. Feels like there's something wrong, something might have happened, and cannot pinpoint it. Wants to find out whether their drink was spiked with something, or something has happened where they have consumed a substance that they were not aware of. Again, you can use this test for that purpose.
Dr. Neha, can we able to share the price starts from?
So the testing starts from $170, which I'm very proud to say would be one of the cheapest options available at the moment. And then it can range anywhere up to $500 or $600, depending on the level that you want the testing for.
And any other charges is definitely extra for
additional
traveling.
Charges for traveling, for mobile, for consultation. It's all in additional costs.
And the costing?
It's case-by-case scenario, yes. So, for example, if you were to come into the office and you requested a sample collection, our standard fee for a sample collection is $25 per person. So, is anything else you want to add up in a frequently asked question? So these are some of the that I can remember are the most frequently asked questions. People always come up with different questions all the time. And I encourage you, if you do have a question that's outside of what I've discussed here, reach out and we will definitely attempt to answer that question for you. Different situations call for different answers, different scenarios come in. We definitely will endeavor to answer your question.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I must say to my viewers, if you guys have any question or concern, please contact Absolute DNA directly via Facebook and via email. info@absolutedna.com.au. And Facebook Messenger is also available.
Facebook Messenger is available. Instagram Messenger is available.
And
you can contact us on LinkedIn as well.
Okay. And your contact details is?
It's 1300-572
Yes.
153.
That's wonderful. 1300
572 153.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, Dr. Neha. Please, before we wrapping up, I want you to talk to my audience and give a quick brief about the hair drug test, please.
Okay, so today's topic, hair drug test. Again, we covered why people would need it, individuals that need it, various reasons, be a peace of mind test for parents, partners, curiosity, just wanting to know whether there's substance in your system. Then we cover the legal side of things as well. So the legal hair drug test for family law court matters, criminal law court matters, any legal agencies or requirements, even on the employee's part where they need to legally prove that the substance may be a prescribed medication rather than a recreational drug use. Definitely can use this hair drug test to assure that it is.
Okay.
Basically, simple procedure. If you need to do the hair drug test, if you're required to do it, you want to gain more information about how it works, feel free to contact us. Once again, we are available via our website, www.absolutedna.com.au, our Facebook page, Absolute DNA. We're on Instagram, Facebook Messenger. All those channels are available for you to contact us. You can leave us a comment on this video if you like, and we'll contact you.
That's correct.
Otherwise, pick up the phone, give us a call, 1300-573-153.
That's wonderful. Is there anything else you want to say to our audience today?
I just would like to thank Indo Oz Tv for providing such a great platform to reach out to a variety of audiences from all different backgrounds, to provide them with information, help them with educating them with different kinds of testing, gen talks, and just the interaction. It's absolute pleasure to be here.
Really appreciate that. We always welcome you on our show, and this is our pleasure to welcome you in this chair, and we would love to do that again.
Most definitely. We'll continue to talk about genetics.
Well, definitely. It all depends on the audience have a curiosity. We have receive a very good feedback and very good kind of trail of questions, and which we're gonna cover for future for sure.
Yes, yeah, and that's an excellent response. We are getting quite overwhelming response on these series that we are doing, and once again, feel free to comment on these videos once they go out. If you have any questions you want us to cover in the next episode, we'll try and cover that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And just sign off.